I applied for uni. I did not want to do photography. I hated photography. I didn't like photography. I went there. I wanted to do graphic design. I wanted to do animation. I wanted to do other stuff. So when I say I don't doubt myself, but I always don't think I'm good enough yet. Imposter syndrome is very much a part of it. Everyone is a brand, and that's the key thing. If you can't see yourself as a brand, if you see yourself as Kate Moss, then you're not your own brand. You're not Kate Moss. You wake up in the morning, you ain't Kate Moss. You ain't got a limo driver coming to pick you up or anything. Let's be real. You have to work your way up. Or a fish in the sea, surrounded by sharks. So when I'm talking about hard work, you need to put in the hard work. Don't watch anyone else swim. Keep swimming. Not everything's gonna fall onto your lap. You have to go and get it.
Yes.
Because the next thing has to be love. It's got to be love. I've got to love the next stage, the next challenge.
Sensational.
And go.
Darren.
Hey.
Darren,
Yeah.
aka Boyd Visuals.
That's right.
How we doing?
Boyd.
Aka Boyd.
That's
One
right.
of many names.
Oh, of course.
Like Batman over here.
More like James Bond.
Ooh.
Oh.
My name is Darren.
Ooh.
Darren Boyd.
Boyd Visuals.
I got that wrong. Forget it.
Okay. I liked where your head was at though.
Boyd, yeah. Boyd Visuals.
There you go. We just cut the part before that. We just cut
No,
it
that's
out.
fine.
Yeah.
You can keep it all.
So tell us what you are, because we know what you are. But
I'm a fan, number one.
Oh.
No one said that before. I love that.
Yeah, no, seriously, what you both doing, what you guys are doing, amazing.
Thank you very much.
Big up to the team behind as well. Yeah, can't
Shout out to
forget.
Ty.
That's it.
Yes.
Ty. That's it. Make me look good. If that's possible. Yeah, so what was the question?
Question was, what do you do?
I'm a photographer. I'm a portrait photographer.
Incredible.
And I am I'm partnering with Nikon. Yeah, so I'm a Nikon creator. as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing photography?
Oh, goodness me. About 10 years. A bit longer than 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while.
What tends to happen is I've been there, you've been there.
I was just about to say the same thing, but
Yeah.
it's crazy. At one point, we were photographers. as
Yes.
well, but everyone
Oh,
on
wow.
this table has been behind
Yes,
the camera in that
absolutely.
way.
And what tends to happen is you kind of fizzle out after a while. 10 years is a long time to be doing
Yeah.
photography.
To be in the game as strong as you are as well. Like,
Oh, thank you.
mental.
Thank you. Well, I wasn't always a graphic designer. I wasn't always a photographer because of graphic designer. I graduated in uni in graphic design and photography.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So then through that, 11 years, I was a graphic designer. I worked for different publishing agencies. And yeah, from there, started to pick up the camera and got back into it.
Do your
and
thing.
Yeah, so officially I've gone full time as a pro. I was getting paid before, but pro full time just before COVID.
That is the dream, because I
Crazy.
could not do that. And I think it's down to a number of things. I think a lot of people think that being a photographer, you need to make these incredibly artistic pictures, but sometimes it's just about the grind.
It is the grind. I love
It's
the grind.
just about the
I love the grind.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing is you have to love what you do.
Yes.
You can't wake up and be like, oh,
Yeah.
no, you gotta love it. Like, people don't understand that majority of the time it's not shooting. We're not shooting, we're
No,
marketing.
that's a small part of it, which is crazy.
That's it.
Perception.
Complete marketing, doing a lot of SEO stuff, so really building that keywords on my website as well, and it's key. And then also you have to be networking. Networking is key.
That part.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think the dream is the artist, like you just said, most people think that being an actor, being a photographer, being anything in the creative arts is about the art. Nowadays it's not. It's about what you just said, which is the marketing. If you can market yourself, your work doesn't need to be incredible. Yeah, it sounds really bad, but it's so true. It's so true.
No.
It's all
In my
about
head, I'm
branding.
processing. I'm like, yeah, I know photographers who are bad, but I've made it. Sorry. Like, no, but the reality is, no, let's talk truth. Yeah. All right. Well, what about truth? I'm saying it's like you have photographers out there that are okay and they're killing it.
Yes.
Why? Because when you think of it, we are all brands. Individually, we are brands. If you set yourself up for a business, you are selling yourself first. And it literally, people buy from people. So you become a brand to someone else. And they have to resonate with you. They have to be able to connect with you. And that's why we have to be out there. That's why social media is so important.
Absolutely.
That's why, like, it's taken me a while. I don't like being in front of the camera. So, but I've had to do this because Get out there. I love the grind. I love the work. So yeah.
And you can tell that. You can tell just in your work and your like socials that you are really passionate about photography, being a photographer and creating the content that you do. So my question is, why photography and graphic design? What kind of got you here in the first place?
I hate talking about graphic design, but I'm going to
we can leave graphic design out of it.
It's because I don't love it.
Okay.
I lost the love for graphic design.
Okay, and that was your transition.
You had the love.
I had the love.
Okay.
Well, it's funny because let's go back. How much time you got? Let's go back.
We got time.
Let's go back. So originally when I applied for uni, I did not want to do photography. I hated photography. I didn't like photography. I went there, I wanted to do graphic design, I wanted to do animation, I wanted to do other stuff like that. So when I went, showed my portfolio, the guy was right there in front of me. He said, no. You need to do photography as well. We got a new course. This is Kingston University. Shout out Kingston. Thank you for everything. Yeah. Anyway, at the time I was vexed, but but I'm telling you, like he sat there and he looked at my portfolio and goes, "This is really good. This is really good." I'm like, "Yeah, cool. I've got the course. Digital. I wanted to do like digital graphic design. Yeah, digital graphic design. No, new media. So graphic design, new media.
Okay.
And they said, okay, no, but we've got a perfect course. The guy said, he said, this is a new course. It's just come out. It's called graphic design and photography. And I sat there deflated. I sat there thinking, no, this is not what I want to do. However, I accepted the course because you think about your mom, you think about dad, you think about, you know what, just get in there and I'll work the system. The system worked me, and I was in that dark room.
That's good.
And I loved it. I loved it. The dark room was in there. I know dark room, this is film based, everyone. And I was in there and I was grinding in there, literally on the light things. I can't remember the name, it's lost me now. Because it's so time ago, it was a long time ago. But yeah, you're working and you're developing film and the smell and the sounds, and you come outside and you start, bright light. I love that. I think everything about that really made me think on a totally different level as a creator. And I loved that. So yeah, so his, the guy who was interviewing me, he made the right decision for my path. And eventually got into graphic design. I worked for Pearson's Education, I worked for Macmillan, I worked for some other magazines as well, did a lot of digital assets as well. This is really more to do with educational. But every time I was pushing for my style, my work to go out, my creativity to go out, there was always a whole, kind of like you're held back. Everyone wants to play it safe. And I can understand from a corporate point of view, you want to play it safe. Yeah. But that's not me.
That's not you. When you say that, do you mean that in terms of the content of your work, do you mean as a person?
As a person, I like to push as far as you can go. And so brands out there, I'm not saying I'm going to disrespect you guys and stuff. I'm saying that I love to push the boundaries as far as I can. Because at the end of the day, it's about making something new, making something stand out. So during that process and that time, I picked up the camera and then I started experimenting. As you do, photographers, you tend to try weddings, you do events, you photograph people, and you're photographing people, and it's terrible. The work is terrible. I look back and I'm like, ugh.
But at the time, you're thinking, this is great.
I'm thinking it's the best. I'm like, I'm the next.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and do you know what that is? That's because you know how good you can be. So when you see that work, you're like, this is amazing. But it's not.
Yes, that's right. And you know what? I didn't think and the one thing that I did was isolate myself from other photographers. I didn't go around researching.
Oh, really?
Purpose.
No.
So you didn't have any sort of inspirations of photographers?
No, you had like
based your work on
Thomas Struth, who did very kind of straight like portraits and stuff like that. But really, Scott Kelby. I like Scott Kelby. Because he was more modern and stuff, but really I didn't isolate myself. I didn't throw myself out and see different artists because I didn't want to be stifled. I want to just I don't want to be held back. I want to just go. I want to be me. I want to just grow. So, you look online, you see different photographers out there and you're like, okay, this is nice. And with photography, you tend to take a bit element of people that you see and then you try and apply it. Does it work for you? How can you manipulate? How can you take it forward? Etc. And eventually I got to my style, which is still growing. It's not going to stop.
Do you get bored of your style?
How can you get bored of my style?
I'm
gonna sound so arrogant. Like, I'm only playing. People know that I joke. I joke a lot.
Of course. Yeah. But in a much more real sense, you never get creatives who will pat themselves on the back the way that you jokingly, quote unquote, do. Yeah. I genuinely think it's something to be celebrated.
No, I'm actually not doing it. I'm just a joker. So I do get bored. I do get bored in the sense of if I don't find it challenging.
Yeah.
If I'm not pushing myself, then shoot's boring.
What's the point?
Yeah. It's like the people that I mentor as well.
Yeah.
You know, why are you taking a shot? Is it why? Like some people will take a shot and go, "Oh, this is pretty," and then they blow up. Tick tick. Lights. And then you sit there and you think, "But why?"
Yeah.
Oh, it's a pretty woman, pretty picture, pretty guy. Handsome guy. Sorry. And why? It's got to have meaning. It makes no sense. You're not an artist if it doesn't have a meaning. And that's why I love my portraits in the sense of engagement. I like to engage. So even now while you're sitting here, I'm looking how the light bounces on you. I'm looking at amazing features and details as well. I'm seeing how the light catches in the eyes. This is what I'm about. So when I'm out on road, when I'm out traveling, I'm always looking. I'm looking for detail. I'm looking for how does the light capture that person? How does the jawline work? Elongated necks and shoulders and collarbones. I'm looking at everything. That's me.
Wow. Imagine. Do you find that draining, or is it like a point of fascination?
No, my brain's
for you?
just like that now.
That's just how it's wired.
Yeah, I can't shut down. I'm always looking. I'm looking. Yeah.
I love that. Tell us a bit about your mentoring. You just touched upon that. Is that something that you do day in, day out? And how did that all start?
Yeah, so sometimes I do shoots for mentees, is that right?
Mentees.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, and so I'll arrange a model and then we'll shoot. Kind of spoke about it before. And then other times it's more like one-to-ones where I'm talking about the business side of things. Talking about either retouching. We teach retouching as well because I do everything on the iPad. So
retouching on iPad?
iPad.
How?
Got an iPad, I can show you later. But no, yeah, literally Apple Pencil, Affinity Photo. I was invited to we're going to go off topic, by the way. I'll just go.
It's what we do, don't worry, please, by all means.
So that's my lips. Is it dry?
Yeah.
You say, yeah, they're dry.
No. I said they look good. They look good.
Yeah, so I was invited to this reveal, and it was called Affinity Photo. And this was in Nottingham, quite a few years ago. And I fell in love with their program. It's like Photoshop, but on steroids for the iPad. And they've got the desktop version and so forth. They've got a creative suite. Okay, I'm not plugging them, by the way. This is not
hashtag.
No. I'm just saying my passion because they ain't give me nothing. So it's nothing.
Oh, I love that.
So anyway, I'm just doing it because I just love the brand. Yeah. Anyway, so I went there and they showed the suite, and then I found out that it's coming on the iPad. And when I tried on the iPad, it was just flawless. You got frequency separation, which I use in my workflow. And
can you tell? Sorry to interrupt you. Can you tell the people what frequency separation is?
Okay, frequency separation is this. So literally, you have the high and the low level frequency. So when you press frequency separation, it splits the detail from the color. Okay, so you don't want to get rid of detail. No. That's a no. That's why everything's just smudged. Okay, I used to do that back in the days. And but you want to retouch in between that layer, and what that does is allows you to keep the detail and affect only the colors. Now the colors are the most important thing because when you're talking about colors, you're talking about like the blemishes and so forth. Exactly, and that's what you want to do. You want to correct those intricate details rather than the detail, and it becomes one smudge. Yeah.
I think that's what separates, and it's going to sound so bougie, what separates good photographers from bad photographers is the post-production stage of things.
100%. It's make or break in that part of it, isn't it?
It's make or break, because what you just said there was perfect. The smudging. A lot of people use the smudge technique.
I used to do it.
I used to when I first started.
I think we all do when we start out.
Yeah. And you're like, you know what? Those video tutorials about frequency separation, they're like half an hour long. You're like, I don't want to do half an hour.
Oh, that was horrible.
But then over time, you start retouching, and you can spend 4 or 5 hours on one picture, just doing frequency separation and just doing things properly. But the results are so much better.
Immaculate.
Unbelievable.
So much
unbelievable. And that's the thing. It's like I love to retouch. So I love every part of it. Obviously, I love charging as well.
The money's not so bad.
That's just a part. That's a bonus. It's a bonus. But no, I love every part of it. The retouching part process is such a beautiful thing, because with the iPad I can do it anywhere. I can be on a train. I don't have to whip out like my laptop and then pen tablet. I have the iPad and then the pen tablet, and then I can do all that detail, all that on my iPad. So it's always with me on the move, and I travel light.
I think it's an underrated aspect of modern day art is using an iPad. Because a lot of music producers like Madlib uses iPad, and I know a lot of other producers use iPads as well. I never got into it, but it's a thing.
I think it's such an overlooked tool. Like, I didn't even know you could retouch on an iPad. When you said that, I was like, what do you mean? How? Like, that makes no sense to me, because I think, you know, traditionally when we're taught these mediums is that you're taught on these huge like desktops or on a laptop, and on these like these suites that are only sufficient on a desktop or a laptop. And now times are changing. Technology is moving.
Well, that's the thing. We have to keep up with technology, because you know we got like AI now. You know, how does AI? Come on now. AI is trying to just do that to me. Like, but how can you incorporate AI into your workflow?
Yes.
And that's the key thing. It's like when we went from film to digital. No. That's why I'm imitating older photographers. Not older photographers in the game for a long time.
Old.
Sorry.
You mean old? It's all about film. Then.
They old.
No.
They old now.
Yeah, I was about to say I used to use film, but no, I didn't used to use film. So no, but they were like, no, the revolution's not going to happen, and you know, they fizzled out.
They got crushed. They got crushed.
Precisely.
It's coming back though.
Film. Yeah, the style of film is coming back. But again, they can do it in digital as well.
Exactly, so. You can get a filter up in there, and
authenticity. Does it matter to me in regards to, you know, I shot this with a film camera?
I think the only person that matters to is the person who did it.
Precisely.
Someone naked eye going on Instagram, they don't care. Like, if they see a nice picture, double tap, done. They're done with the picture.
I see it after what? After 2 seconds, 3 seconds?
Literally.
It's harsh.
It's so harsh. It's so harsh.
Time in the studio.
Literally.
Hours.
Yeah.
And then it's like, dude.
Yeah.
Perfect. Exactly. Keep scrolling.
Literally.
And I'm not by any means degrading, you know, the old school way of working.
No, it's a beautiful art form, but it's just
time is money
that it is.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I've got to produce these things pretty quickly. So yeah. And they take, you know, a portrait will take like an hour sometimes.
That's pretty quick as well.
Is that quick?
An hour.
Oh,
that's very quick.
Usain Bolt. Sorry. Plug that one in. Yeah, there we go. Usain, hit me up.
Soon.
That's it. That's my next shoot.
What makes you? So when you look out, when you're going to shoot a model, what do you look for? If that makes sense.
Before or during the shoot?
Before you actually choose a model, when you're sent a package by an agency. So how does it work for you? Let's actually break things down from the beginning.
Do the timeline.
Yeah, let's do the timeline. So as a photographer, how would you procure a model? How would you get a model onto your shoot?
I think before I even think about a model, I need to have an itch.
Cool.
Like an itch to shoot. And it's important, because if there's something I want to experiment, that's the only time I'm contacting. Like, sometimes you don't hear from me, and then sometimes you hear from me, and I'm like, and then sometimes you don't hear from me. So it all depends on what I'm doing and when, and whether or not I need to try something in order to upskill, and that's key. And then I'm looking for a model who has potential.
Okay.
Yeah. So for instance, if it's a test shoot, which we're talking about test shoots right now. If there's a model that has potential, like Tabitha, for instance, she had potential, and look, shout out.
Go listen to the episode.
LA, come back from LA. Bun that now. Come on now. You've been out here too long. I'm waiting. Yeah. Come on now. Anyway, I'm coming back. So for instance, Tabitha, I saw that she had potential, potential to do modeling, and obviously she's got other hidden talents. She was in Barbie, right? She was in Barbie.
She was. Yeah.
You guys see really freeze. Bigger smile, Marcus.
I've been smiling too much lately.
Good. Okay, good. Your models have been killing it anyway. Male and female have been killing it. But so, you know, having shot with her, I can have that credibility of I shot with this model. You know, I shot with her before she got famous, before she's gone on this pathway, and that's what I'm looking for in my shoots. Does that person have potential? Can that person ideally follow instructions? Because if they're new, I need to look through the portfolio and see if there's potential poses that you can work with.
So when you say potential, you mean based on their portfolio, if you can see
that's why it's important.
Okay.
You know, can I put? I'm gonna go into this.
Oh,
now.
go on. Give us the shoulder.
No, but I do it in my shit. If you go through my timeline, you see me doing stuff like that. Well, I'm like leaning back and doing
It
that.
is
Yeah.
on shoots as a photographer. You do feel afterwards like you've done a yoga class.
Yeah. Well,
painful.
yeah, maybe not yoga. But
All right.
I gotta be on your shoot. I want to see this. Twist, turn. I'll do my backing. So no, yeah, you have to be guiding, and with test shoots, you have to, with your models, because you don't want to come out with dead images. So that's why it's important that models go and practice in the mirror, and that's why I pushed like Instagram reels, which actually encourage models as well and photographers. You know, when you're looking to do a test shoot, pose, look in the mirror, look at other people, and see how they pose. Look at the people that you may look up to. Don't just think you're gonna roll up onto a shoot and be like, yeah, and you're doing the same pose throughout, and you're just moving. Even that's too good for some people. Like, you know, you want them to be passionate as well.
How do you know if someone has that potential? What, I know it's a very unquantifiable thing. It's almost instinct.
Yeah.
But when you look at someone's picture and you're saying you can see potential, what factors typically stand out to you?
I try and look into this. Sounds so terrible.
Go for it.
I try and look into their soul. Because it's the eyes. Because when you look at my work, I'm all about the eyes. I'm all about the eyes. I see passion in you. I see passion in you right now. Looking, like I said, I analyze everything.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too much passion with you yet, but yeah, we'll get to you. Was it Ty?
Ty's tired. It's okay.
Ty's good.
Ty's got passion.
No, I can see he's got passion.
Heaps.
He's got passion. Look, there's a smile. Ty, you with us? That's it. There you go. Show me the eyes. There you go. He's there. He's got passion as well.
We've got a camera on Ty.
You got a good passionate team.
Camera on Ty.
You got camera on Ty.
We need to get the camera on Ty. We need to get the camera
on Ty. There you go. Guys, he's got passion. Shout out Ty. Behind the scenes. That's it.
He's the man.
Yeah, you got to look for people. Like I try and look into their soul. So when I'm looking at the portfolio, I'm looking at how do they connect with the camera. You know, are they owning each shot? If you're owning each shot, you are looking dead in that camera and you are saying, I am the person you're shooting. I am this person. I have this, and you're bringing that to the table.
Yeah.
So I can flick through a portfolio and be like, yeah. Nah, okay, that one image may ruin it.
So this is one thing I always tell all my models is keep your portfolio down to 10 to 12.
Oh,
images.
yeah.
The more images you have, the more chance there is for that to happen, which is you see a bad picture and you're like, because one bad picture can ruin 20 great pictures.
100%.
And just keep it tight, keep it nice and tight. That's 10 to 12. Done.
You get told that as a photographer as well.
Really?
I've been told 10 to 12 or 8 to 12.
Okay.
In my life. Just to keep it concise, succinct, you know, and strong.
Yeah, my website's totally opposite. I've got tons of
websites are different though. I'm talking like
no, I don't do those anymore. I'm like,
I suppose they're not done anymore, are they? Everything's digital.
I don't know if some people still do it. Some people still like it, but I'm like,
there's no need.
Website,
Instagram, website moves.
Let the work. I've got to spend money on that. I don't spend no money. Money's going back on equipment. Well, actually, shout out Nikon.
So many plugs.
I
love this.
So it's absolutely key that you look at your portfolio and really analyze it. It's absolutely key.
Absolutely. So you see the potential. What's your next step? I guess before that step even is you contact an agency, or maybe you just contact the person.
Well, sometimes I'm kind of hunting on social media as well.
Interesting.
So you see a link and you see like, it's from BAME. Shout out BAME. See, so I'm plugging everyone.
I love this.
Yeah. So you'll see and you'll be like, okay, cool, right, I've already got a contact in mind, Marcus, for instance. Okay, and then before I even contact anyone, if I've seen the images before, I'm saying, do you meet my style? Do you meet my style of work? You know, you could have a great portfolio, you could have 10 great images, but if it doesn't match my style, then I'm doing a disservice to you.
Okay.
And I don't want to do a disservice to anyone, because then they're going to go back and say, oh, this photographer was rubbish. No, that's the reality.
No, it's true.
And that's what I don't want. That's the last thing I want. You know, I'm trying to think if there's anyone who said my photography's been bad. I said, nah, you're gone. No, I didn't say you're gone. But no, I utilized that to work, to improve my work. And I think that's the key thing. You got to be able to accept positive criticism or criticism anyway.
Yeah, in general.
Yeah,
in general.
Of course.
If you can't, you're not going to make it in the game.
No,
Model
not at all.
or photographer.
Yeah, creative. Yeah.
So you told me a great story. So one of our first models that worked with you was Rahila.
Yeah. Shout out Rahila. I'm shouting at everyone.
You said that when she came on set, you said to her, "Why are you here alone? You don't know who I am."
Okay, so that was my first, I'll say studio shoot. When I say studio shoot, we did meetups before. I did one studio shoot before then, and then I contacted you guys, novice. Thank you for accepting, because I'm telling you, that has helped me in my career. So BAME, that's why I always,
But do you know what you said about the potential thing?
Yeah,
it applies to us as well, because we see your work and we're like, there's potential here, and it may not be fully realized yet, but we're like, I see something. And it's X factor again. It's not like maths, it's just X factor.
It's instinct. It's in all realms. When you're looking to collaborate with someone, when you're looking to find someone, anything like that, I feel like creatives need to have that level of instinct, that level of X factor to be able to propel to the next level.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. And thank you for taking my really bad images at the time and giving me a chance.
The thing is, your work's never been bad. Your work's never been bad.
Thank you.
And you've got a certain style that's very distinctive. It's a very distinctive style that you've got, and I think it's remained with you from then till now as well.
Appreciate it.
It's just the things around it have got better. Like your marketing's got better, and the models have got better, and you've just raised the game each time.
No, I appreciate it.
Shows a lot about your character, yourself as well.
Appreciate it. But what was bad? I want to hear the bad stuff. Come on.
In terms of the work, for me there was nothing bad. Like I didn't see it and go, "This is bad work." I went, "There's potential," and with the right model, he's going to do better. Same with the models. There's potential in the model. With the right photographer, she's going to do better. So I never look at someone's work that I see as good and say, "Oh, you know what? It could improve that," especially when it's the arts, because it's working for you.
There you go.
It may not work for me, but it's working for you. So I would never say this photographer is bad. Sometimes photographers are terrible. I take that back. Sometimes they're terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I see some people that want to work with our models. I'm like, that's trash. You're not working with our models.
Of course,
but you have to do that.
You have to.
Yeah. But taking it back to your shoot with Rahila, you saw potential in her because she was very new at the time.
Yeah. So we had this studio, and I was with my cousin, and then she came, and I'm like, hold on, where's the rest? You've come by yourself. She goes, no, it's okay. I'm not doing a voice actually. She said, it's okay. She's quite quiet. She's quite quiet. Anyway, so she came. Sorry.
Your voice was too loud there.
Sorry.
Your voice was too loud.
Yeah, it's too loud. She's very quiet.
She's very,
That's calm. That's it. That's what she said. That's calm. Anyway, so she said it was calm. And so when she came, I was like, no, you should have came with someone. She goes, no, don't worry. And I said, but we're going into the studio. It's just me and my cousin. Think about that. And she goes, no, don't worry. My boyfriend knows where I'm going. Okay. And I was like,
now you're scared.
Good. No, I wasn't scared. I was like, from South London. Great.
Come on,
what are you saying? No, my boyfriend's cool. No, he's serious. He's dope. He's really cool. I met him.
He's a rapper, right?
Yeah. Shout out. I don't know. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name either.
But get his. Yeah.
We'll put it in here.
Yeah. Oh goodness, I've got brands. No, I'm joking. And she came, we did shoot, and I thought it went really good.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh no.
No, the shoot went good.
But
I thought I was boss. I was like, yeah. And she's great at posing. But when I look back at the images, we spoke about it several months ago. And look back at the image, I changed her hair color, I changed her eye color, I shaped her face. I went OTT.
You used that liquify tool to it.
She looked
bullocks.
Oh my goodness. Boom, 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 boom. Smudge. And when I look back, it's like I look at her and the images that I do now and the detail in that. And I look at the lack of detail and then the change of like she just wasn't her. And we both liked it at the time. But then I looked and I said, she just looks like Dracula. Not she as a bad, the look. The look. She doesn't look like Dracula. You don't look like Dracula. But I'm saying it looked bad with the eye colors and everything. I experimented really bad. It was really bad.
Just too much.
And she laughs at. We laugh at it all the time.
Yeah.
Because like stuff that we produce now, coming out is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy detail. And she gets me in regards to the photography. Yeah. And like I said, she does. She works on the makeup side of things for me as well. So she came all the way down to Portsmouth. We had a shoot in Portsmouth for Brand, and she did the makeup. Yeah.
I remember the picture you're talking about. At the time, I didn't think anything of it.
Oh wow, good.
That's a good picture.
At the time.
That's it. Yeah. I've not seen it lately, but at the time I was like, this is a good picture, and we used it as our main picture from what I remember at the time.
There was a few. There was a few. There was some that were better than the other. Others. The one that I really liked was like so off. Like the one.
It's close up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
So and there was some full length, but the ones that you chose was okay. There was some that was really bad. I look back and I'm like, nah.
Okay. Nah. But it's funny though, isn't it? Like at the time,
you're like 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
11 out of 11.
11 out of 11 out of 10.
No, 100%.
100 out of 100.
All the numbers out of 10.
2000. Why don't we go?
This guy's Kanye, isn't it?
Which side? Which brand? Which side?
Yo,
you Kanye.
So sometimes I speak sense and sometimes I don't. I speak nonsense. No, I'm joking. He's cool. Kanye,
cool.
Shout out
Kanye.
Hit me up for photo shoot.
New drinking game for this episode. Every time Darren shouts out someone, take a shot. You'll be gone by the end of it.
5 minutes.
5 minutes in, finished.
Oh, kidding me.
The moment I saw you come to your prominence, you shot with Maria Singh. Am I correct?
She's so hard to get in touch with. Maria.
Same
Shout
problem.
Oh,
she does not. Yeah, she's terrible.
She's hard to get hold of. She's
terrible.
It was last week. I'm gonna start moaning now. It was last week now. It's like a couple of weeks ago. She's like, yeah, it's gonna shoot. Okay, Maria.
She disappears, right?
She disappears. And then you see her in a pose, dancing away, posing and all stuff like that. And I'm like, Maria, come on now. Maria, come on. We did. And then,
guys, this was not in the brief.
no, I told you, I'm spontaneous. It's gonna go the way it's gonna go.
I'm just kidding.
I love this. No, so yeah, she disappeared. So
she does. And then, like you said, she'll pop up.
Yeah,
just dancing in a nightclub or in another country or whatever. Yeah.
I'm like, nah.
As you do.
Nah. Nah, you gotta be in front of this camera. Come on.
That's the first time I saw the work had leveled up.
Oh, tell you, that shoot was amazing. I was with my good friend Ben Moore. Shout out Ben Moore. Be more photo. He's a dope architectural photographer. Like he does urban shots. Like he's the one who helped me get into Nikon as well because he suggested me, and then Nikon saw me, and then it was like a done deal for me.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was in Eton College at the time. Anyway, I'm going off top.
Eton College.
What?
Yeah, I was studying in Eton College. No, I was doing photography. For some of the students in Eton College. Yeah, shout out Eton. No, forget that now. I'm done with that. Yeah, but no, yeah. So on the real, like he helped me. He was my assistant, and we got some really good shots. All natural lighting as well. Yeah. All natural lighting.
Amazing.
We shot that in Canary Wharf, and Maria was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
What made you? What do you think changed between the shoot with Rahila and the shoot with Maria? That
years of practice.
Okay.
Years of practice. I love what Kobe says, talking about, you just have to keep going. Keep going. The late Kobe Bryant. He always talks about work, putting that extra work. If you get up at, if all the players get up at like 6 o'clock, make sure you get up at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock, putting that extra work, extra time. Yeah. And that is key. And so whilst, most people might be retouching and so forth, I'm trying to get shoots, I'm trying to get shots. The retouching can come, but you still have to have a vision. If you don't have the vision, then you got nothing but a pretty picture.
I think what the phrase is, you need to do that 1,000 hours of work before you even get to the stage. I think a lot of people think that your first few shoots is going to be your first few anything, whatever you choose, like our podcast, like our first few episodes or whatever, is going to be incredible. It's not. Like,
that's why I didn't come that earlier. I came. I'm joking. I am joking.
Nah, he's got strategy.
I'm joking. I love it.
It's actually clever.
No. It was amazing from the beginning. You guys smashed it.
We did it.
Shout out Sensational.
It's okay. You don't have to lie.
But no, it was great. No, seriously, I loved it from the beginning. I thought what you guys were doing was amazing. And this is your spot now. I'm interviewing you guys.
I love it. Yeah. Turn it around.
Seriously, why did you do a podcast? Because I've always been scared of podcasts.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I don't like talking.
You could
Off
never
camera.
guess that.
Off camera. I don't like camera. I'm sweating like bad. Like, you guys, look, if I have to turn my back,
You don't like talking on camera or off camera?
Both. No, off camera I'm good.
Off camera.
If I've got a camera in front of me,
Yeah.
I can talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
right
it's
now.
on
Man
you,
school
you're doing a good job so far. So
Is it?
You could
keep
never
going.
have told.
It's just
no,
nerves.
honestly,
This is nerves and
natural.
adrenaline kicking in right now.
Love that.
great.
Like, as soon as I come out, I was going to melt like jelly. But why did you do it? Why?
We thought, I think initially we thought, we have a niche here. We have an opportunity. And the niche is ourselves, but then on top of that, got the agency, used to do photography, I used to do photography. We got so much rich knowledge of so many different things. We thought we could put this together and start talking to people like yourself, talking to models, talking to actors, talking to whoever. We can really extrapolate a lot of information out of yourselves that other people can look at and go, because someone could watch this and be like, should I do photography? Should I not? See you and be like, okay, these are the steps. I need to do this. I need to do that. So it's just about knowledge, sharing knowledge.
That's it. And like the premise of Sensational is for creatives by creatives. So just to like piggyback off of what Marcus had said was that we just wanted to have these like really pivotal conversations that could help literally anyone.
Yeah.
And even if it's just to kind of gain a little bit of knowledge into the industry of the person that we're talking to, just like even that.
Yeah, that helps dramatically.
Yeah.
And I love that. And that's why I asked you a question, because the thing is, like, I love helping people, and that's the main thing. I love helping people, and I love teaching. And this, when I first watched it, I thought this is very, very, very good for those who are trying to get into the modern industry. Sorry, I just had my phone's ringing. Sorry, I'm going to cancel it.
Go for it.
Anyway, should turn off the phone. That's the number one rule. Yeah, and I thought it's very key. It's key to to be able to help others when when you've accomplished, when you've made it, so to speak. And that's why I really loved and welcomed the invite. I was like, yeah, of course, I'm do this. Not only do I know Marcus for time, but just to be a part of something that to help others grow.
What's your advice to? Go for it.
Goodness, that was on.
What's your advice to? What's your advice to models who want to make it?
Okay. Goodness me. Be realistic.
Be realistic. What does that mean?
Okay. It's a lot of hard work. You're a fish in the sea, surrounded by sharks as well. It's just, I say this because it's the same thing with me, with photography.
Would you give the same advice for a photographer as you would for a model?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Because it's what it is you have to have this confidence which will take time to grow. So when I'm talking about hard work, you need to put in the hard work. Don't watch anyone else swim. Keep swimming. Don't watch the sharks. Don't watch anything else. People will try to take you down. People will give you bad advice and criticism to try and take you off path, but don't listen to them. Understand that you have to be thick-skinned. You got to be thick-skinned. Not everything's going to fall onto your lap. You have to go and get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it may take. You may just make. You may be great straight away. You may have like 6 months, and you're like, wow, and then they're flying you here and there. However, the reality is, it could take years. It could take years, and you have to be prepared for that grind.
Yeah. I tell every model that signs, I say 6 months. That's when you're maybe going to start getting regular things.
Yeah.
But 1 year, realistically,
That's right.
is when you'll be in a good position. Because, like you said, it's not. You don't wake up and you're a model. I mean, it can happen, but very, very, very
TikTok nowadays.
TikTok now, yeah, maybe.
But in TikTok, they're not real. Like the people that are doing their dancing.
They're not real models.
No. Saying it right here. They're not real models.
You heard it here first. Tell us a bit about that. What's your thought process there?
Sorry, I thought I've just lost a lot of shoes.
Everyone's a brand.
Yeah, no, that's it. And that goes back to everyone is a brand. And that's the key thing. If you can't see yourself as a brand, if you see yourself as Kate Moss, then you're not your own brand. Doesn't make sense. You're not Kate Moss. You wake up in the morning, you ain't Kate Moss. You ain't got a limo driver coming to pick you up or anything. Let's be real. You have to work your way up.
Yes.
You got to work your way up.
Love it.
No one can be me. So copy my work. You can copy it, but I'm still Boyd Visuals, licensed to shoot. And no one's going to be Marcus. No one's going to be you. So we got to understand that we have to be real to ourselves. And set our pathway and say, okay, no matter what, I'm going to grind, I'm going to push forward, I'm going to ignore the noise, I'm going to take inspiration. There's nothing wrong with that. That's part of the grind. That's part of being creative.
Of course.
But understand that it may take a year, may take 2 years. Come on now, I've done photography for 10 years before I went into it full time. Well, 10 years before I went into it full time. So
that's crazy. And you were graphic design on the side, or like to supplement?
No, that was my main.
That was your main.
Yeah. So photography was a side hustle.
Wow.
Side hustle. And then I was making money from it. I thought, okay, you can do it. Despite what everyone was saying, despite all the guys saying, oh, you know, you need a full frame lens camera. These are the photographers. Yes, it.
Ty heard that.
Ty, see? Yes, Ty. That's it.
Oh my God.
You have these people that really are, and with photographers, as you know, back then, no one wants to share no wealth. They don't want to share wealth. They don't want to tell you how to do it.
No,
I'm about sharing. I think that's the new thing about social media. It's about sharing.
Share knowledge.
So you want to hold on to your treasure, you're going down to the bottom of the sea. You're sinking. You're sinking.
That good karma's coming for you, Darren, I'm telling you. So let's bring it to present day.
Yes.
We've obviously got this cost of living crisis going on.
Okay.
As a creative who is established in his field, he does the photography full time. Do you have any tips on how to sustain that kind of work and keep that going? Because that's what, me as a photographer, I was photographer freelancing until the pandemic. And then that's when it washed up.
Did you say pandemic?
Did I say
pandemic?
Oh, conspiracy. Really tried to make that work.
Did you say you have to delete it? Did you say you deleted it? That was deleted, man. It's raw footage.
Why are you keep putting words into my mouth, Darren?
Oh, sorry, I'm hearing
question, please.
I'm panicking. Can't you see sweat's right behind me. Pandemic, man. I'm losing.
It's right. Breathe, deep breath.
Yeah,
just the reason that I said that is because it kind of parallels with kind of maintaining that work, and then that's what got me propelling into the production industry. Was I just needed to find work.
Yeah. So
then, for you being a photographer now full time in an environment and a climate that is kind of make or break for a creative.
100%.
Do you have any tips on anyone who's out there trying to do what you do and then maintaining it?
I could be that stubborn photographer saying, no tips.
No tips.
No, absolutely.
Avoid the branded cereal.
No brands.
Yeah, got you.
No, you got me.
No,
no, so seriously, you have to embrace the fear. Like, fear is just a feeling. Fear is a feeling. That's what stops you from moving forward. You'll figure things out.
Yeah.
And that's the mentality I have. You'll figure things out. Every month you're gonna figure things out. You gotta also look outside of social media platforms. Because if Instagram goes down, how much clients have you lost?
I think about this quite a lot, and like how people rely on social media as their business card, and it, like, Twitter's going downhill real quick. Like, could you? It's not even Twitter anymore.
It's X.
X. Yeah.
What does that mean? Anyway,
Elon's in a crisis, is what it means. Anyway,
I didn't say that, Elon.
Yeah, shout out Elon.
You got it. I didn't do it this time.
I've caught the bug.
There you go.
But yeah, if Instagram goes down, then that's it.
Yeah, and that's the reality of things. So that's why I work on SEO, search engine optimization. You got to try and be number one on social media on Google. Because Google, if someone search London portrait photographer, you want to be on that top three, because the percentage goes down quite dramatically. I've been found on second pages and stuff. I eat humble pie about that, But at the end of the day, it's grinding and finding other ways of networking. LinkedIn, brilliant tool. I'm not utilizing it as I should do, but I'm going to. Like, looking at strategy, because we know that the algorithm for Instagram is bad. Yeah, they're not pushing things as they used to. And so I know they got Threads out now. It's more like Twitter. It's like Twitter, and I like Threads, but I've never been a Twitter fan. So is my audience on there? I don't know. I just don't put the time into that. So you really just got to find ways of building your network, but going out and meeting people is the best way.
Okay.
Going out and figuring out who to contact on, who to meet up with, what events to go to, and open yourself up to opportunities, and don't be afraid to do it. And also just continuously improve your brand. learn to shout out your brands, learn to get your face in front of, I'm not front, no, Boyd Visuals. That's it now. See, that's the last plug because it's me. I go last. That's it. I go last. If you remember anything, it's Boyd Visuals. That's it. Not body. This is the,
not body.
Thing. No, this
I did read it as body the first time I saw your Instagram.
See, this is the problem now. This is the problem. Many people go, oh yeah, hi, Body Visuals. I'm like, no. So I don't know how much work I've lost from that.
Body Visuals.
Body Visuals. No,
it sounds so pervy as well.
It does.
It does.
It's terrible. Body Visuals.
But the main thing is that's not actually your name. That's just what people read it as
They
sometimes.
didn't say Body, Darren Body or anything like that. That would be bad. Yeah, but going back to your question. See, I told you I go off course. I this is how I speak. This is how I am. But just remain focused. Continue to drive and continue to surround yourself with like-minded people as well that really want
that part.
Because you are you are kind of like the friends that you keep as well, the associates that you have around you as well, and I think that's really key. So my good friend Ben, we talk all the time about photography.
It's right, you can say it if you want.
Yeah, no, I've already plugged him. I'm trying not to do anything.
I
told you, I'm the last one.
All right.
So now, my friend Ben, we always talk about photography.
Is he a photographer as well?
Marcus.
Yes.
Thank you. I said this already.
Oh, sorry.
You've been lost in the wave of my conversation.
I was thinking, so much is happening.
But you called him something else before. You had a
You said
Ben.
assistant. You said assistant or something.
No, he was my assistant on the day.
Architecture
for that.
Yeah.
Be more photography. Be more photos.
That's it. Be more photos.
Okay,
I almost got it wrong, so I almost butchered it. Right, remember Boyd Visuals though. Forget anyone else. yeah. No, but you have to be surround yourself with like-minded people. Like you guys are awesome. The fact that I'm associated with you, like you're all about creators. Like you got the models, you got the also actors. Actors. I'm very much into actors now because I shot with going off topic slightly with Stephen Manus from Ted Lasso recently.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I did it before season 3 was launched.
Amazing.
And that was really, really good.
How did you get that?
His agent contacted me.
That's fucking
That is insane.
Wow.
And that show is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool show.
That's
and he
so
was
cool.
just down to earth. Like, sometimes text him and say, hey, Stephen, hey, how you doing? I love the thing.
You need to shout him out. You need to shout out.
It's so good.
You need to shout out Stephen. You need to
Stephen, what's up?
There you go.
Check out. Check it out. Yeah. Go on, you got that's it?
I said take a shot. I'm just going back to the drinking game.
So what you're essentially saying is, or maybe I'm just putting words in your mouth because I think it sounds cool.
Do it.
When you're doing anything in life, not just the creative arts, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. You need to realize that you are gonna fail. And
go on.
And by realizing you are gonna fail, realize that once you failed, you need to try again.
But is it failure? That's what I'm going to challenge.
Okay.
This is the thing.
Okay.
It's how we view failure.
Okay.
Is it failure?
Yeah. Is it rejection or is it redirection?
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Do you see it? I hope she just turned. She went straight into modeling there. Like, I was like, what? It's like, yeah. And that's deep because the thing is, it's like, what do you see failure? How do you view failure?
I think, is
failure just a stepping stone to success?
You said that people are fear. Fear. I think the fear comes from rejection, comes from failure.
There you go, man.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
But
I can't click on that hand for some reason.
But
there you go.
We can do it in post.
There you go.
Add those clips in.
That's it.
But the main thing is for me is that you don't frame it as failure. You don't frame it as failure. No. You frame it as opportunity.
That's it.
If you've not made it there, you will learn and you will make it there. Simple.
And that's the thing is, this is the thing that I tell people is, practice makes what?
Perfect.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Nice.
Practice makes improvement. If you put a ceiling over your head where you say, oh, when I reach here, I'm perfect, then you're never going to grow again. You're not going to continue growing.
It's true.
And therefore you limit yourself, and it goes back to, we're in this generation of AI. If you just say, okay, I'm going to reach here, I'm going to keep my craft here, and you're not going to utilize AI in some way, shape or form, it's quite a controversial thing, then you can't improve. So these tools are there to make work easier. You know, I was speaking to Ben, and we went to a Nikon, the Open event, which is golf. We were sent up by Nikon, and we met some of the guys from Wex. No, I'm not shouting out. And we were talking about AI.
That Wex, the warehouse, the photography warehouse.
Yeah, that's it. So we met some of the guys there, and we were talking about AI, and we came to the conclusion that it's based on how you use it. How can it, it's there to improve things. Obviously, some tools will mess up the industry. Like we're seeing a lot of limbs and stuff generated by AI, like the 6 fingers and stuff like that, and the 7 fingers and the weird eyes and stuff like that. But this technology is going to get better and better, and it's very controversial. I just want to stay authentic to the art, but then can I change the background, for instance? I did that. I did that recently. Yeah, a huge Vanessa. I did a shoot with this girl called Vanessa from Birmingham, and we did the shoot. She has a rose. It was Valentine's shoot, and so recently I revisited, and I said, let's see what AI can do. So she had lovely bounce in the hair already, but then there was a part here which we needed a bit more bounce. So just went add more curls. Bang, it was there. So ooh. So Then she had a nice halo behind, and I said, can we get a chocolate brown background? I was like, okay, interesting. Now, that doesn't, like retouching, that's AI. We spoke about this. It's AI, me and my friends. Retouching's AI, dodge and burn. It's all AI technology. Now, how do you stay authentic, but utilize it just to improve small parts of your work? Because I can't take people generating a whole image. That makes no sense. Someone's gonna get in trouble. There's gonna be some kind of law soon. Okay. Yeah. So I like to take the picture of the person, and then if I can improve the background, for instance, because if there's a tree sticking out of the model's head, we use lasso tool. Do you see what I mean? You see what I mean? So why not change something? Maybe add an extra bush. I'm doing stuff where I did a couple shoot, and it had like a James Bond kind of feel. I'm gonna add extra black rocks. It's shot by the beach.
Oh wow!
And the rocks are huge, but I couldn't go to the same location because the tide was in, so we had to shoot in a smaller location. Now in post, I'm thinking, right, I'm gonna try AI. Let's add these rocks. We're not changing the person. No, it's just the rocks. The rocks are irrelevant, really. It's just background.
Creating the narrative.
Yeah, that's it.
And I think that's what will separate sort of the rise and fall of creatives with AI, is what you do with the tool that you're presented.
For sure.
Because we've had so many conversations about AI when it first came out, what it kind of meant to us in the industry, what it meant to us for our jobs. And I think the narrative's changing a bit now, where creatives are realizing that you can actually use it to enhance your work without affecting the art itself. Just bettering it. And I think that in itself, that mindset in itself, the takeaway from that is so powerful and pivotal to what you're going to make.
And that divides you from the failure mindset. Yes, I'm going to stay true to the art, but then the reality is you could get left behind.
That's it.
It's like what you said before.
Survival.
It's the film and digital.
Yeah, and that's it. And I love the game too much to, not even dabble in it, just to try and dabble in and just see how can it work for me.
Yeah.
How can I still get excellent images? Well, I have to take the shots, but then it's a background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. So we're coming up to time. We're going to end this by Darren. Tell us your best and your worst shoot. Start with either. Should we start with best or should we start with worst?
Okay. I've got quite a few really cool shoots. Okay, the worst one. Okay. All right. Oh, no. Okay, so I was doing a henna shoot. It was a beauty shoot. And it was at BB London, and we had a model. We had a hair and makeup. We had the director. We had obviously the model, and she was sitting on the couch. I had my dome softbox ready and so forth. I had the weight. Hold on, no, I didn't have the weight. Remember weights. Photographers, remember weights. So we set up, and you had quite a few assistants around, And then I had my laptop there so everyone can see the preview. So I was tethering. I went to take the shot and I told the person, please mind the side. She went over, the dome came and fell on the model.
Oh.
Hair was done, makeup was done. The henna was all over the hand. Hold on. I went, ground, swallow me. And I thought, that's it. And that was a rookie mistake, even though I was professional. So they took the dome out. You should imagine this big dome. Well, you can see the model's legs.
Oh my God.
The model's legs. So we took the dome up and you got the Velcro. So the Velcro stuck to the hair. And I'm like, this can't get any worse. No. I was like, Lord, please. And I said, you know what? They're not going to hire me again. So the hair artist.
Sorry, let me just interrupt you. So you're worried about not getting hired again? Is the model alive at this point?
Oh no, don't worry, model. I've got insurance for that. She's all right.
Like,
if the hair's on fire, Michael Jackson, he survived. No, I've got insurance. So that's all. And she wasn't burning or anything like that. And,
okay.
No, I was because seriously,
details.
yeah. You know what? That probably should have thought that first. Like,
you're like, am I going to work again?
You're like, oh my God.
Because it's like, hey, it was a really good opportunity. And nobody was fine. She was talking. You just saw the, is there breathing? No blood. Nothing. Yeah, she was like there, and she's going.
Only slightly concussed. It's fine.
Yeah, she's all right. She survived. I got to hustle, innit? Got to work.
You've got to think about your next move in this life.
That's it.
Exactly.
Not easy. So they removed the hair, the Velcro. The hair artist looked at me and I was like, I just shrunk. I felt like a kid. And I thought, I'm so dumb. I said, in my head, I'm justified. But it's not my fault. She walked over and knocked the lights out. But then again, weights. Yeah, and that was the first time I didn't bring the weights because we had plenty of space at the time, but we went to another studio, a smaller studio. So anyway, so they fixed it up. Henna was fine.
Oh, wow.
That was the worst thing.
That's what I was thinking.
Hours. Because I remember photographing, I was thinking, oh goodness, this is long. This is long. Like the intricate detail in it is beautiful. And that also went through my mind, but because she kept on like this, I could see the hands like that. So I thought, okay, it was the hair when it came out. But it was, the shoot when I just said, keep going. Let's make the shoot stand out. They hired me again. Not once, not twice, 3-4 times.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, we did one that went to Dubai, a shot that went to Dubai for was it front cover? No, it was inside. It was a Christmas shoot.
Incredible.
Yeah.
My God.
I can't remember it. Something over. But anyway.
Amazing.
I think that's a testament to you as a photographer and how you handled that situation though, because I feel like that situation in the wrong hands could have gone the opposite way. You wouldn't have been hired again, so the fact that you were like, no, let's keep going, everything's fine, that's what they saw over the issue itself.
I'm going to keep it humble pie. I just had to go. I had to keep going.
Yeah, you had no choice.
It's like, because the thing is, it's like, what can you do? It's happened, accidents happen, and that's what you have to remind yourself. Accidents do happen, you learn by it. I don't travel without a weight, especially if I'm doing production, or I'll make sure that we're using the studio equipment. Yeah, because then I don't have to travel with all that stuff. So,
what did you say before? You said about improvement. You said
practice makes improvement.
There you go. And what happened? I'm going to say you failed.
100%.
I'm going to say you failed.
100%.
That dome fell on the model. You're lucky she was alive. That's the main thing.
That's it.
And then you improved. Next time you went, I need a weight.
Yeah.
And if I don't have a weight, a model might die.
Thank you.
No pressure.
Oh man, now I have nightmares talking about this.
My God.
Oh no,
that could have been a lot worse. That story.
No, it could have. She was sitting down on the
100%.
bench. She wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
She wasn't by a cliff or anything. Like that.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
God.
Can you
At
imagine?
least it was in studio. That could
I'll be
have.
holding her like that, saying, "Have I still got a job?
I can get the shot.
Get the shot." You know what? That's one thing I want to try. I want to try like a helicopter shoot, the harness, and have the model kind of posing. So it's a fantasy of mine.
Oh my
like,
God.
to do, like. Yeah, I want to do that.
The model on the helicopter?
No, the model hanging from the helicopter. That'd be wicked. Can you imagine?
Okay, just make sure you save up for the insurance though, yeah? Because that's...
No, I want someone to pay for it.
Oh.
So the pay for someone to die.
So.
Marcus?
Yeah, Marcus, there you go.
Any models that are in
Yeah, he's
going to
do it.
by any chance?
Shout out to Marcus. If you want to try that out, Marcus is going to finance everything. Don't worry.
I am. If you want to hang from a harness on a helicopter with Darren shooting.
No, hold on. I didn't say I was going to be there. I can do remote. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I'll be there. Can you imagine this? Like,
I can
and
see
then you
it.
AI the helicopter, or then you get rid of the helicopter and she's just floating, like modeling in the air. No one's done that before. Come on now. No one's done that before.
For good reason.
Yeah,
I know. Got to break boundaries, right?
Got to push those boundaries.
Yeah, I know the helicopters thing. Yeah, it's too dangerous.
My God.
We've got to think of something. Maybe a jetpack or something. I don't know.
That could be cool.
That could be cool.
Technology.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Marcus is like, this, none of my models.
Oh, I love.
None of my models.
No.
Keep them safe.
Yeah.
Please.
Everyone's going to be like, I don't want to shoot Boyd visuals anymore.
Next time you hit me up, silence.
Yeah. No.
Maybe just take him off the mailing list. I don't know.
Just a
thought.
blank email.
A blank email.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then the last question is, I want to reframe your question.
Please do.
Instead of your best shoot, what's your most important shoot?
I love that.
Oh man, that's hard.
What's the one that you were like, I'm good at this?
I still always when I say I don't doubt myself, but I always don't think I'm good enough yet.
Is that imposter syndrome? Or is that
imposter syndrome is very much a part of it, because it's like I know that I can get better, and sometimes you skip corners like in order to get the job done. When I say skip corners, not like oh quick and get it out. It's I didn't try this on the shoot because of lack of time or so forth, and that's why I'm always trying to make room for improvements in time management, in mood board creation and all sorts, because it's all about just improving all the time. So I think the one I loved the most was like Stephen Mannis one was really cool, because you thought Ted Lasso, and I thought cool, and then now Emmy, they won Emmys, and I loved the passion he brought from that. And I've worked with other actors since, and I love actors' headshots because they bring that passion. Remember I was talking about you need to bring you from there, and that has really taken me to another level of creativity in regards to capturing details and headshots. I'm loving headshots. So that transition where I'm at now is the most important for me, because I love the modeling and so forth. I like the full body, but I love the captivating portraits, headshots where it just draws you in. Someone mentioned a couple years ago, when I asked the question, what is your favorite image? And they chose one from this influencer called Leslie. I think her called Leslie Lenks or something like that. You know her? Leslie. Yeah. And it was a lovely headshot, and it was curls coming down, and you can see her mouth was slightly open. And the girl said, the feedback was, it's like I'm standing face to face and I can feel the very breath of that person. And I thought, incredible. That's it. That's what I want. Yeah. And that's what I've always tried to go out. So you'll see my work starting to transition more into headshots, because I love engagement. Like I said, I analyze you guys all the time. I'm analyzing you as I'm speaking.
Love that.
That's the reason.
Love that.
That is an incredible
That's
answer.
important for me. Because the next thing has to be love. It's got to be love. I've got to love the next stage,
of course.
The next challenge.
Brilliant.
Sensational.
Plugged. Love it.
Shout
Sensational. You got it, see? Got it.
Watch me say that now, and ironically now. It's become a part of my everyday.
That's it. Shout out.
You're incredible. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
What you look into this camera and shout out your IG or anything that you website.
I think I've done it so many times, haven't I? Okay. Yeah, with pleasure. No, Boyd Visuals on every platform, Boyd Visuals, and my website is www.boydvisuals.com. Not Body Visuals. Boyd, BOYD. Is that okay? Wasn't too aggressive.
That hit enough.
Yeah, Boyd Visual. Yeah, I know. I was telling you.
I understand. It frames it in a very different light.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. You've got a head still.
That's it. Thank you so much, Darren.
I appreciate it. I'm humbled.
You've been amazing.
Incredible.
Please like and subscribe.
100%.
Take us out.
With what?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Sing. Can you sing? Sing.
No.
Sing. Something. Oh, no. Yeah, sing. Yeah, and put Boyd visuals in there. Hey, shout out Boyd visuals.
And cut. Thank you, guys.